Well, morning folks, or afternoon. Welcome to Coffee and Colossians. This again comes to you from Scotland, this time from, this is our home up near Portmahomack in East Ross. It's a gloriously beautiful place. In fact, what I'm going to do just now is show you a wee clip that I recorded last night, because we had a glorious sunset here. This isn't of the sunset, but just this is of the area around, and it's so peaceful. So just have a quick look at this before we go on to look at today's verse. It's beautiful, isn't it? And for me, I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm sitting out here just now, and there's a car driving past. You get that occasionally. But you get the birds, and the birds are so gentle here compared with Australian birds. It really, it's just so still and so peaceful and so quiet. I've always loved coming home to Portmahomack and to East Ross. But we are here looking at God's Word, and we are in Colossians 3 and verse 7 and 8. And what I love about all of this is that this is just showing us how we live as Christians. The first part has been all about who Christ is and what Christ has done for us. And now this is how we live as Christians. And so he's given us a list in verse 5 of things that belong to our earthly nature. And he's going to give us another list just now. He talked about the wrath of God. And in verse 7, you used to walk in these ways in the life you once lived. But now you must also rid yourselves of all such things as these: anger, rage, malice, slander, and filthy language from your lips. Now, the word that he uses basically means throw out. So in the house here, we, my mum's throwing out a lot of stuff. There's a garage behind us, an old kind of army shed, and you can soon store up stuff. You throw out things. So Paul is saying, look, you had this old building and it's been renewed. Throw out the rubbish. And this is the rubbish that he's talking about. Now, the first list that we looked at, sexual immorality, impurity, lust, evil desires, and greed, was really a list of actions which goes on to desire. Here, it's a list of desires which then go on to do harmful actions. And let's just mention each of them. And some of them you know that you have a problem with. I know that I have a problem with. Others, you may not be aware that you have a problem, and others you may not have a problem with them. But anger. Anger is just quick and uncontrolled temper. James 1:19 tells us we are to be slow to anger. If you find yourself losing the head, getting angry, snapping at everything, you need to step back and consider. There's a right kind of anger, but that quick to anger is not a good thing. Rage, that is, well, we say so-and-so is raging, they're raging. That's a kind of like a passionate outburst. And again, if you're prone to that, there's something not Christ-like in that. Malice, that spiteful behavior that comes out of a lack of forgiveness and a desire to hurt other people. You just have malice towards people. You want people to be harmed. And again, that's not how a Christian should be living. Slander. For me, this was the most interesting one, because the word that's used is blasphemy. And to speak ill of somebody else, to destroy someone with words, which is so easy, is actually blasphemy. Now, how is that blasphemy? Blasphemy we consider to be against God. But human beings are made in the image of God. And if you destroy someone with your words, you are blaspheming God. Again, that doesn't mean you can't criticize or critique. But it does mean we don't slander. We don't blaspheme other people. And then filthy language, that's kind of smutty talk, sexual innuendo, swearing and so on. And it's so common in our culture, and as Christians we so often reflect our culture, and we need to avoid that. Sometimes in all these things, you and I need a friend to tell us when we're displaying unchristian behavior. Sometimes we need to recognize ourselves that though these are individual sins, they destroy community, they destroy Christian community. And that's why we have to get rid of all such things as these. We just have to get rid of them. And you might say, oh no, it's just the way I'm made. No, 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 no. Christ has remade you, and you have a marvelous opportunity to have this rubbish in your life got rid of. Okay, God bless you. Tomorrow, I think we might be on the island of Lewis, but I'll leave you here on this beautiful morning. We do get some lovely summer days in Scotland, but this is going to be a typical Scottish summer day because I understand the rain and wind is coming in the afternoon. But hopefully, see you tomorrow. Bye.